But Agatha wasn't watching them anymore. She was watching the armored guards lift the wooden plank with the snake's dead body and carry it off the balcony back into the castle. As they left through the archway bearing Excalibur, one of the guards glanced in Agatha's direction. His dark eyes met hers through the opening of his helmet, the flesh around them peeling from sunburns. Agatha's muscle shot up with adrenaline. Sunburn. Dot. Pirate. In a flash, she was running after the guards. Sophie intercepted her. "Aren't you going to say congratulations?" But Agatha was already shoving her aside, sprinting through the archway. She chased them down the stairs as the guards looked back and saw her coming. Immediately, they moved faster, shuttling the snake's dead body to the ground floor and turning the corner into a hall that led from Blue Tower to White Tower. Agatha jumped the stairs, trying to catch up, as the face back and crystal ball banged hard against her arm. She could hear Tedros' voice resounding from the courtyard. "My dear Ryan, I wish you and Sophie the best for your lives together," the king proclaimed it. "And perhaps more than that, I wish for a double wedding." The crowd laughed. "But now it's my turn to give you a gift," said Tedros. Agatha hurtled off the last steps onto the ground floor, lunging forward after the guards. She hided up her dress, slipping on the dusty marble as she turned the corner into the hall, barreling towards the White Tower. Agatha stopped the colt. In the middle of the hall lay the wooden plank the guards had been carrying. The guards were gone. So was the snake's body. Dread cut through her heart. Slowly, Agatha looked up and saw the snake standing at the end of the long, dark hall. He leaned against the wall, bare-chested, his neck unbroken. He watched her through his green mask. Then he turned the corner and walked away. Agatha stood there, frozen to the spot, blood pounding in her ears. The snake was alive, which means Ryan hadn't killed him. Which means, what could I possibly give a knight who has given more to me and my people than I could ever ask? Tedros' voice echoed. Panic hardened to clarity. I have to get to Tedros, Agatha thought. I have to get to Tedros now. She ran back towards the staircase, then slid around the corner and saw a fleet of armored guards, at least 20 of them, walking up the steps towards the balcony. She was about to call out to them, thinking these guards were on Camelot's side. Then she saw their boots beneath their steel armor. Muddy, filthy black, with silver tips. Pirate's boots. Agatha jerked behind the wall before they could spot her. My father felt the same way about Camelot as I do about you, Tedros was saying, and he too struggled to find a gift worthy of his knight. I can't get to the balcony, Agatha thought, watching the guards head that way. I have to get Tedros' attention from below it. As the last guards climbed the staircase, she scrambled across the ground floor, through one of the doors leading into the courtyard. She flung it open. Sunlight lit her heart as she charged right into the teeming crowd, jostling past men, women, and children. So my father offered Sir Lancelot the world instead. Tedros' voice boomed above her. The same gifts I give to you today, Ryan. Agatha squeezed between bodies, ranking them with the face back to get them out of the way, trying to get far enough into the crowd that statues could see her. The clues had been there all along. The way Ryan had appeared on clue to save them each time the snake attacked it. The way he had worn the mask of the lion as if he was playing a part. The way the terror in the woods had stopped once the lion appeared. The way the lion had become Tacho's new knight once the snake killed the old ones. The way the snake had gotten into Camelot before the war had ever begun. And most of all, that speech the lion had given about the snake in the hall. He dared us to bring forth a hero. He dared us to serve a king. Agatha pushed the people aside. Someone shoved her to the ground, but she kept moving. Who's his ego? Tachos had mumbled that in his sleep. Who his ego? Who's the snake's ego? Agatha knew the answer. The lion. The lion had been in league with the snake from the beginning. The two of them playing both sides of a story, working towards the same goal. But this lion wasn't just the snake's ego. The lion was the real snake all along. Agatha looked up. She was still too far under the balcony, out of Tachos' sight line. My dear Ryan, said Tachos' voice, I offer you anything on this earth that a king can give a man. Agatha spun through bodies. She was almost there. I ask for only one thing, said Ryan's voice. Agatha dove forward and spun around. She finally glimpsed Tachos high above her, smiling at Ryan, as if Tachos knew what Ryan was supposed to ask of him. I ask for the key around your mother's neck, said Ryan. Tachos' smile erased. He looked utterly confused. You want the key? Tachos! Agatha shouted. He didn't hear her. She jammed through more bodies, trying to get closer to him. But Guinevere had already stepped towards the knight. He's asking to keep your sword safe, Tachos, she said to her son, before turning to Ryan. You have saved my son again and again. Even when choosing your own gifts, you think selflessly of him first when you could have asked for anything in the world. You are worthy of Lancelot's legacy. She took the necklace with the glass key from her own throat and held it towards Ryan. And I can think of no one better to protect Excalibur than you, my child. No! Yelled Agatha. Ryan took the key out of Guinevere's hands. Tachos! Agatha cried. This time he heard her.